Stillness is the Key. A book by one of the world's best-selling living philosophers, Ryan Holiday, is perfect for those that are new to spirituality or philosophy. He introduces the reader to countless ideas and concepts, but does not go too deep into them. It is almost as if this book is an introduction to the world's timeless wisdom. Holiday weaves in numerous quotes and examples to keep things interesting. It is more of a why book, which makes the case for stillness, than a how book that shows practical actions we can take to incorporate stillness in our life today. Here are the top 7 lessons from Ryan Holiday's Stillness is the Key. Lesson 1. Live in the present and limit your input. Living in the present means we stop dwelling on the past, distract ourselves out of the moment, or worry and fantasize about the future. Reaching excellence is impossible if our mind is wandering around. We can live in the present by focusing on our breath or on the process at hand itself, even if it is insignificant in appearance, boring, or maybe even painful. We shouldn't pull out our phones. We shouldn't think, do, or talk needlessly. We need to drive our limited attention toward what truly matters. The way information is consumed is like a diet. We want to remove what poisons us. We shouldn't consume news in real time, limit our availability. We need to turn off our phone and notifications. We must remove distractions and background noises, and cultivate solitude. Lesson 2. Slow down and think deeper. Learn to empty your mind. Surface thinking doesn't really bring truth. It takes time and effort to go beyond first impressions. We must take our time to overcome preconceptions. We need to think about what's important to us, about what's actually going on and what might be hidden from view, what the rest of the chessboard really looks like, what the meaning of life really is, and so on. We need to sit alone in a room and let our thoughts go wherever they will. We can do this for 1 minute and work up to 10 minutes a day of this mindless mental wandering. Then we can start paying attention to our thoughts to see if a word or goal materializes. If it doesn't, then we extend the exercise to 11 minutes, then 12, then 13, until we find the length of time we need to ensure that something interesting will come to mind. Thinking is very important, but overthinking is detrimental to our well-being by creating insecurities and doubts. A clear mind is necessary for us to achieve optimal performance. We have to get comfortable deliberating without being paralyzed. Lesson 3. Make room for silence and pursue wisdom. To cultivate silence, we must remove noise from our life in order to really start listening. The lack of silence prevents us from hearing, making our mind remain closed to what happens both inside and outside of ourselves. This lack of awareness is harmful to us. We need to perform activities that do not involve talking to or hearing someone else's input, like cycling, running, walking, listening to instrumental music, etc. Wisdom is in essence the search for truth. It is about learning. If we stop learning, we can't blossom into a better version of ourselves. We have to ask questions, study, and reflect. We must stay humble. Open ourselves to new experiences to rise above our own dogmas. We need to seek teachers and mentors. We need to read books, challenge ourselves. We shouldn't be afraid to make mistakes, and we must cultivate healthy doubts. Lesson 4. Let go of your ego. Our ego complicates everything. It stems from our insecurity, self-doubt, delusion, and fear, and is thus incompatible with stillness. We must stay humble, but we should not relinquish our confidence in ourselves. We need to be comfortable with who we are, yet aware of our own finiteness. Confidence is the freedom to set our own standards and unshackle ourselves from the need to prove ourselves. We should not fear conflictual thoughts. We must judge them objectively even if they shatter our beliefs, and develop the courage to change our mind when we are wrong. Lesson 5. Control your desires. We can't reach peace if we're the slave of our impulses, mainly pleasure, lust, and envy. Desire creates agitation and pain. They are the enemies of stillness. Desires, in essence, are irrational emotions, so we need to find a system to process them logically. We must ask ourselves what will happen to us if we get what we want. How will we feel after? We then compare our answers with our own perception of virtue. We must use our moral compass to resist and/or improve from our failures. Lesson 6. Learn to have enough. No matter what we seek in life, it will never seem enough. The never-ending chase will leave us unsatisfied and frustrated, and this stress will prevent us from being our best self. We must learn to appreciate the present moment and what we already have. We shouldn't force things to achieve more at the cost of our family, friends, and our well-being. We must enjoy the process and celebrate our victories. We have to do things for the sake of them, and we'll reach higher heights without the dead weight known as anxiety. Lesson 7. Accept a higher power. The world is very mysterious, chaotic, and out of control. It's as if a greater power is at work. Acknowledging the role of fate and fortune grants a calming effect. It prevents us from nihilism, from being too self-centered, and expands our consciousness and gives us meaning. We have to acknowledge that there is something bigger than us, and believe we have a purpose. Be it God, the universe, nature. The name is irrelevant. We shouldn't be afraid of things we can't control. In conclusion, the book offers a simple but inspiring antidote to the stress of 24/7 modern life. The stillness that we seek is the path to purpose, contentment, and excellence. Can you achieve stillness? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on my new content. You can also get a free copy of the audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.